Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Imperial Archives. My name is Nick, and in today's episode, dedicated to Imperial Assault board game, we finish our Corset campaign. Verena and her team struggled all the way to the Weiss's facility. Now the biggest challenge lies ahead. So, before we start, consider to subscribe and follow me on Facebook as well as on Instagram for more amazing content. Links to them will be in the description down below. Desperate Hour. Rebel spies have discovered the location of the secret weapon. If Weiss is to be stopped, it must be done now. The rebel fleet is poised to jump into the system, launching a full-scale assault to defeat Weiss and destroy this weapon before it becomes fully operational. So, mission briefing for this finale is: you've punched your way through Weiss's facility, ready to destroy weapon, steal its schematics, and prepare for the rebel fleet to wipe all traces of Weiss and his forces away. You didn't expect there to be nothing. This place looks pretty empty. Your pilot tells you, completing his scan. There are a few stray troopers, but nothing major. Upon landing, you see no sign of any manufacturing. When you reach the command center, the only thing you can find is a battle plan showing numerous angles of attack upon a section of ships labeled Rebel Fleet. You hear heavy footfalls behind you, and the doors leading out slide shut. So, doors are locked. A rebel figure can attack either door to the hangar. Each has 6 health and none defense. A massive figure can move through and occupy interior spaces, and the mission will progress when either door to the hangar opens for the rebels. The mission ends at the end of round 8 or when all heroes are wounded. For deployment and setup, we have 6 threat, and initial groups consist of Royal Guard, an elite stormtrooper group equipped with Strike Force attachment. In the reserves, there is ATST, Elite EVAP Engineer, General Weiss, Field Commander, Elite Imperial Officer, Elite Royal Guard Group, 1 Stormtrooper Group, and 1 Elite Trandoshan Hunters. In open groups, we have Heavy Stormtroopers, Elite Probe Droid, ISB Infiltrator Group, and Agent Blaze. So that's it for the introduction, and let's delve into the first round. And so we are in the first round. Trip Mine was activated, followed by a grievous wound on MHD. He's now damaged for 3 points, strained for 1 point, and bleeding. Verena took turn. You moved among 3 elite stormtroopers, used E3 carbine along with tactical display and spread barrel to finish off one of them with the help of crate opening. Then used Master Operative with close quarters, defeated the other one, and then used close quarters once again to attack the last remaining stormtrooper. He, while focused, fired at Verena and inflicted 5 damage on her. Then saboteurs attacked Royal Guards. First one inflicted just 1 damage, the other one triggered blast twice and damaged 1 Royal Guard for under 2 points, and the other one was damaged by blast for 2 points. Then Royal Guards split. The first one attacked Verena, did 1 damage. The other one tried to attack a Rebel Saboteur, but he managed to roll a dodge, so Royal Guard just repositioned himself. Dala activated, moved closer to the door, here used dancing weapon to attack the door, but inflicted just 5 damage. Then Saska activated, first used Battle Technician on MHD, then moved and used it once more on Diala, and then attacked the door and opened them. And so not so fast event triggers. The first time a door to the hangar opens. Always so desperate, an amplified voice echoes in the hangar as the door opens. One of Weiss's modified walkers stands before you, aiming its many weapons in your direction. The slightest whisper of new weapons, new threats, and you risk so much on nothing but a rumor. How can your kind possibly govern a galaxy? I was almost hoping you wouldn't be fooled, Weiss says. A note of disappointment in his voice. Yes, the weapon is a complete farce. Your fleet will be ambushed and destroyed if you do not wish to join them. Surrender. So we are going to deploy General Weiss to the yellow point, which has been done. I'm using the regular ATST model. As I mentioned before, I don't have his figure yet. The mission will progress when General Weiss is defeated by rebels. Weiss attacked Saska, inflicting 4 damage, and then used General's orders to reposition the Royal Guards. MHD activated, getting rid of bleeding condition and repositioning himself. So that's it for the first round, and see you in the second. Round 2 starts. Saska distributed the Weiss token to Diala and 1 kept for herself, then attacked one of those Royal Guards. He retaliated, however did no damage as Saska rolled a dodge. Then the other one attacked MHD, inflicted like 2 damage on him, I think, and then both of them retreated. Diala then moved closer to Weiss, used Dancing Weapon and inflicted like 5 damage, quite a good attack. However, he then retaliated, attacked MHD for 4 points, and repositioned himself. Saska claimed one of the Weiss tokens from MHD thanks to tech goggles. Rebel Saboteurs moved as well. Both of them attacked this Royal Guard. Both of them used Blast and managed to inflict 2 additional damage on General Weiss. And last remaining Elite Stormtrooper attacked Verena, wounding her, and repositioned himself. Verena then revenge killed last remaining Stormtrooper, and MHD healed himself twice, gaining focus for the next round. With the start of third round, heavy Stormtroopers with Strike Force attachment are deployed here. MHD, now focused, takes chance and attacks General Weiss, inflicting 3 damage. Then Weiss retaliates, inflicting 3 damage on MHD as well, and using General's orders to reposition both heavy Stormtroopers. Diala then takes chance, using Shuen's lightsaber to twice attack General Weiss's ATST, first time with Precise Strike, and then just with Shuen's lightsaber, defeating him. And then, thanks to that respite, event happens or triggers. We deploy reserved ATST to the yellow point. I've done that already. Another of Weiss's walkers steps through the field in the hangar, as you find only a transmitter in the cockpit of the first. You cannot win, Weiss says. Surrender. There's a burst of feedback, followed by static. You hear your pilot through the comment. Well, it wasn't so hard. The walker swivels back and forth. Just give me a sec to get the hang of this. So all doors are now opened. Imperial player deploys reserved elite officer, Stormtrooper group and elite Royal Guard groups. They are here and here. ATST is a rebel figure. Heroes control it as an ally. The ATST gains General Weiss Epic Arsenal ability instead of active, which means they may use any combination of 3 dice. And instead of activating as normal, the ATST performs 1 action after each hero's activation. The mission will progress when a rebel figure enters the clearing, which is here. Then ATST attacked this Royal Guard, defeating him. And elite Royal Guards, equipped with Best of the Best agenda card, attacked Saska, completely stripping her of 2 device tokens, inflicting 7 damage and stunning her. Saska then got rid of stun, used Battle Technician twice on herself and ran to the corridor. ATST defeated remaining Royal Guard. Then Heavy Stormtrooper moved here and the other one repositioned to the corner, attacking ATST for 4 points. Rebel Saboteurs repositioned themselves, currently running through the warehouse, and ATST attacked Heavy Stormtrooper, using Blast to inflict 2 damage on Elite Royal Guard as well. Elite Officer then moved to the hangar, using Executive Order on Heavy Stormtrooper to attack ATST, but wasn't able to penetrate his thick armor. Verena is running into the warehouse as well. ATST then defeated one of Heavy Stormtroopers and Blast damage Elite Royal Guard. but was quickly attacked by a squad of purple stormtroopers who inflicted like insane amount of damage on it. And that's it for our third round, so see you in the fourth. And by the start of round 4, elite stormtroopers are deployed here, along with heavy stormtrooper here. Dialar is running through the warehouse. ADST attacked purple stormtroopers, defeated one of them. Then they retaliated, opened fire on MHD and wounded him. Saska is running as well. Heal or get a good rate of strain. ADST inflicted more damage on Elite Royal Guard, and Elite Stormtroopers are following rebels through the warehouse. MHD is trying to close the distance with the rebel group as well. ADST managed to knock out one Elite Royal Guard and then was attacked by heavy stormtroopers. The first one managed to do nothing, the other one managed to inflict 2 damage on it, meaning ADST has only 2 points left. So Verena is running towards the clearing. ADST managed to inflict 5 damage on a heavy stormtrooper, but Elite Imperial officer used executive order on the same heavy stormtrooper to knock down and finish off ADST, then moved closer to the warehouse. Saboteur, one of the rebel saboteurs managed to enter the clearing, and thus the bitter end event happens. Another of the modified walkers stands in the way, this one featuring even more armor plating and weaponry. Weiss leans out of the top, shaking his head. Very clever, intercepting my signal. Too clever for your own good. He descends into the cockpit. So, General Weiss is deployed to the canyon, here. Elite EVAP engineer and elite rendition hunters are deployed at the red point. I deployed them over there. All doors close and are locked, including destroy doors. So it looks like that now. Any figure can attack a door. Each has 10 health and 2 passive blocks. Apply plus 10 health to General Weiss, and instead of activating as normal, General Weiss performs one action after each Imperial group activation. The redeployment points are now active, and the mission ends when General Weiss is defeated a second time. So that's it for now, and yeah, EVAP and Trandos are going to be activated along with last remaining Elite Royal Guard, and we'll see what it will bring. And finally, EVAP engineer repositioned himself, meaning Weiss got one activation or one action, defeated or completely destroyed one rebel saboteur. Then Elite Royal Guard attacked door for 6 damage, and Weiss defeated the second rebel saboteur. Then Trandoshan Hunters activated, this one repositioned himself. This one attacked Verena, inflicted some damage on her along with bleeding, and Weiss took turn completely defeating her. So rebels are now without Verena. So we are in the beginning of 5th round. Diana attacked door, inflicted 4 damage, and then was attacked. Elite Stormtroopers followed her attack and gunned down Saska. The last one opened fire on door, inflicting 2 damage. General Weiss just repositioned himself. Now MHD opened fire on Elite Imperial officer. The first try was dodged thanks to cover. On his second try, he inflicted 4 damage. Imperial officer then used executive order, right? Purple Stormtrooper attacked MHD, inflicting 3 damage. Then he attacked as well, inflicted 1 more damage on MHD. Weiss repositioned himself closer to the door again. Saska distributed 2 device tokens to Dial and then opened fire on the door, inflicting like 3 damage only, even while using structural weakness. Stormtroopers opened fire on MHD, who's now only on 1 health only. Weiss used General's orders to reposition Elite Trandoshans closer to the door. Purple Stormtroopers took down MHD, and then General Weiss opened fire on the door, rolling insane amount of damage, and even got blasted 3 to damage Diala. Then Elite Eva repositioned himself, giving 1 more activation or action to General Weiss, who opened fire on Diala, and 2 damage to her. So elite Randosians moved closer to Dial, both attacking her. First one did no damage thanks to dodge, and Dial becoming focused. The other one did some minor damage to her, but General Weiss followed with his attack, wounding Diala, so mission over. Weiss shows mercy, treating you with every courtesy. Your wounds are tended to, you are given food, and you are even allowed a limited amount of movement within the facility. The rebel fleet is torn apart in the ambush above the planet. Dozens of valuable ships lost. After the battle concludes, Weiss releases you. Your failure is so entirely complete that I don't believe you will return to your rebel allies, he tells you, as he sends you out. Good luck in your future endeavors. When the sting of this defeat as dull, consider returning. I can always use individuals with your skills. So, Corset campaign is over. Empire won the game, basically owning rebel players all the time. It was my first time playing Strike Force, Precision Training class deck, and I'm very surprised how powerful it gets. I might have underestimated Verena and under-equipped her as well. Really sorry for forgetting MHD's abilities. I'm not really used to playing support heroes, so it was very visible during this playthrough. I think Dial and Saska were quite fine, even though I expected more from them. So definitely let me know what do you think about this mission, about this campaign as it is now finished. And that's it. Report finished. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed this grand finale, and if you did, do me a favor, hit that like button for me. Share your thoughts in the comments below, where your feedback is much appreciated. Tell me what do you think about this mission. Also, check my previous vlogs and see how we got here, and show this to other players, as it helps Sean to grow greatly. Have an amazing day, see you next time, and may the Force be with you.